In this video, we're going to be looking at all the Friday Night Funkin' characters and saying what your favorite one says about you. First on the list, of course, has to be Boyfriend. And realistically, if Boyfriend is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you are probably super persistent. You set goals and you do whatever you need to do to make sure that you accomplish that, no matter who gets in your way. If Girlfriend is your favorite character, you are probably super loyal, even to a fault sometimes, and you probably also come off as being very sweet, but you have a dark side that people don't know about. And let's be honest, if you chose Boyfriend and Girlfriend, you're probably a little bit of a scatterbrain as well. If Daddy Dearest is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', let's be honest, you're probably a little bit of a scumbag. You're the type of person that'll probably do anything necessary to make sure that you come out ahead or that your enemies get the worst possible outcome. The second option, of course, is that you just think Daddy Dearest is kind of hot. I mean, some people really do dig the demonic rock star look. Now, if Mommy Mirrors is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', we all know that you probably just simp for Mommy. But the other option, of course, is that you do kind of relate to her outgoingness and the fact that she loves to be in the spotlight and to kind of show off, and you could be that type of person as well. If Skit and Pump are your favorite characters in Friday Night Funkin', you are probably either a huge Senior Palo / Spooky Month fan, or you can appreciate the way that these kids are willing to go out of their way to make sure they're there for each other. They never separate, no matter the situation. And in some ways, you probably see yourself in them with your friends or with your relationships in general. Now, if Monster is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you are probably that person in your friend group that is super into all the creepy things and you're not afraid to let yourself be a little bit weird. If Senpai is your favorite character, you probably have a temper that you try to hide under a fake smile. Or you just played a lot of Yandere Dev back in the day and you think that Senpai is a hottie. Now, if Spirit is your favorite character, there's one of two things going on here. You're probably a demented type person that loves the fact that he ripped through Senpai's body, or you feel sorry for him and the fact that Daddy Dearest trapped him in there and he's basically just a lost soul. Now, if Tankman is your favorite character though, you're probably one of those really laid back people that also cusses like a sailor. You're probably also a huge Newgrounds fan because we all know people who used to watch Tankman usually mess with other characters in the Newgrounds universe. Now let's start getting to some of the mod characters, starting with Tricky the Clown. Let's be honest, if Tricky is your favorite character, you are either a complete maniac or you're just a huge fan of the Madness Combat series. I say people who like Tricky are maniacs because Tricky is like a psychotic murderer who likes to play with his food, right? He's like watching a cat corner a mouse and just torture it for 2 hours. Pretty much the same thing for my Hank fans as well. The only difference is that you're probably not psychotic, but you definitely don't have a problem with brutality, because Hank is probably the opposite of Tricky because he just kills people almost instantly and in the most brutal way he can think of. Now, if Witty, aka Whitmore, is your favorite character, you are probably a OG Friday Night Funkin' fan first and foremost. I also think people really resonated with Witty because he was one of the first mod characters to actually have a fleshed out backstory. And I think a lot of people resonated with this idea that sometimes you have to walk through the world alone and manage your own emotions and keep yourself from blowing up. No pun intended. Next up, we're going to have Carol, and if she is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you were probably definitely a Witty Carol shipper back in the day. You're probably also that person in your friend group that is super laid back and always pretty level-headed and able to give your friends good advice even when they're in a complete panic. Next on our list is going to be Julian, and if you really love Julian, it's probably because you were a Witty fan back in the day and you just love to see another iteration of him finally getting back in Friday Night Funkin'. Now, if Updike is your favorite character, it's probably because you like this idea of this cloud-like man that's actually a bounty hunter / secret agent. And realistically, you probably weren't much of a Witty fan back in the day, so you love the idea that there was somebody trying to hunt him down. Now, if Cervante was your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you are probably a huge fan of nail polish and ice cream first and foremost. You are definitely a Cervante Rub shipper, and you were probably just infatuated with her demon form the first time you saw it. Now, if Rub is your favorite character, you probably love his dark, mysterious type of persona and the fact that he's mean enough to throw rocks at kids. If Sulliver is your favorite character, however, you probably come off as being very abrasive or very mean, but deep down, you're actually very kind and you go out of your way to make sure that the people around you are happy and taken care of as best as you can. You probably also like the way that he's kind of edgy. He was technically one of the first characters to flip off Boyfriend. Now, if Rizazi is one of your favorite characters, you're probably infatuated with the fact that she's super adorable, but at the same time feel sorry for the fact that she has to spend all her time in the void just reading books and trying not to lose her mind. Now, if Garcello is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you've probably been around the community for a while and probably have a laid-back personality kind of like him. You also probably have a couple of bad habits, but you're not the type of person that tries to force those on other people. You just want to live your best life. Now, if Annie is your favorite character, you probably are also a Garcello fan, and you probably ship the two if we're being honest. Now, if you are a Sonics.exe fan, you are probably a huge fan of the creepypasta first and foremost, and you probably love how creepy Sonic actually looks in this form. And let's be honest, if Sonics.exe or Lord X or any of the more creepier Sonics are on your favorite list, you're probably a little bit twisted yourself. Now, I will say that if one of the funnier versions of Sonic like Majin Sonic or Sunky are one of your favorites, then you're probably just a meme lord. You just like to have a good time and have fun. Now, if Fleetway Supersonic is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you probably fall in 3 categories. You're either an OG Sonic fan that remembers the Sonic the comics from back in the day and Fleetway has always been one of your favorite characters, or you love the fact that he's kind of like a Super Saiyan in that golden form, or you just love the fact that he's kind of a jerk and he treats everybody like crap. Now, if Ed from Ed's World is one of your favorite characters in Friday Night Funkin', you are probably one of those people that is obsessed with Ed's World first and foremost, and you probably also have an obsession for Coke and bacon. If Tord or Matt are one of your favorite characters in Friday Night Funkin', you are probably a huge narcissist, let's just be honest. And if Tom is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you are probably that person that is very cold, distant, and also kind of cynical and pessimistic. You don't think things are going to end well, and a lot of times you're probably right. If Pico or any of the members of his crew, Ben Darnell and Nene, are your favorite characters, you are probably a little bit of a psycho and you're always down to get into some trouble in your friend group. Now, if Miku is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you probably grew up listening to the Vocaloid type music, or you're that type of person that has a bubbly, outgoing personality kind of like Miku, so you kind of gravitated towards her. Now, if Hex is your favorite character, you've probably been through some trauma in your life, but you always try to find the good in life and bring up those people around you to make sure that they are happy and living their best. Now, if a Gotti is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you probably love him because of his aesthetics and his amazing voice. You're probably also a huge Venom fan and you recognize the fact that he looks like a teenage version of Venom. Now, if Aldrax is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you probably really just prefer a Gotti, but when you thought a Gotti was going to be gone, you thought that Aldrax would be a good replacement. Or you're a huge fan of minus a Gotti, so Aldrax is kind of cool in that sense as well. Now, Salazar is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin'. You probably love the fact that he's basically a Sunflare alien, or you love the fact that he was able to take in 2 demon children, even though he technically hates demons. So you're probably the type of person that is able to put aside your personal beliefs in order to do what's right. Now, if Nakuza is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', we know that it has nothing to do with her awesome backstory, her amazing height, or her personality. We know exactly why she's your favorite character, and let's just be honest, you're simping. Now, if Tabby is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you probably know what it's like to have your heart broken and to be betrayed by somebody that you really trusted. You probably also love his character design and his voice acting because it was amazing. Now, if the Imposters are your favorite characters in Friday Night Funkin', you probably played a ton of Among Us back when it was actually popular, and you're probably the type of person who's very good at lying, even though you probably don't really actually want to hurt people, but it is kind of fun to trick people from time to time. Now, if you're a Bob fan, let's be honest, you're probably also a Dream fan, and you're probably a type of person that doesn't take themselves too seriously and you're just here to have a good time. Now, if Ron is your favorite character, on the other hand, you're probably the type of person that doesn't mind making dark jokes or offending people from time to time. You like to meme and mess around, but you are actually a good friend to those people that are close to you. Now, if Monica or any of the other Doki Doki Literature girls are your favorite Friday Night Funkin' characters, you're probably obviously a huge fan of the Doki Doki Literature Club, and you're probably also just a little bit twisted. While each of the girls does have their own little sad story on their own, there also just a lot of traumatic stuff in that story, so you have to be a little bit twisted if they're your favorite. Now, if Cappy's your favorite character, you are probably most definitely a furry. Or I guess you could just like the aesthetics of Cappy or be really into Dance Dance Revolution. Now, if Shaggy's your favorite character, you fall into one of 3 categories. You're either an old school or even a current Scooby-Doo fan. You love the fact that Shaggy has that 1% power meme, or you are a hardcore stoner. Now, if Thardy is your favorite character, you are probably a fan of the old school Thardy's Maze game, or you simply love the aesthetics of the Scarecrow because he does look awesome and creepy. Now, if CJ is one of your favorite characters in Friday Night Funkin', you're probably a huge fan of the mask Chris, and you probably love the energy that CJ brings out, and you can probably relate to it as well. Now, if Ruby's your favorite character, you probably relate with the fact that she's very shy and kind of reserved, and you're probably that type of person as well, and you may also feel sorry for the abuse that she had to suffer as a kid, because we all know that she's missing one eye, which is why she keeps it covered with her hair. If Nonsense is your favorite Friday Night Funkin' character, you are definitely a meme lord. You just like to have fun and troll people. Now, if Cutie's your favorite character, you probably love the fact that she looks so cute and she has this killer robot that can literally come out of her back. You probably relate with her, meaning that you probably also come off as being non-threatening or kind of cute, but when pushed into a corner, you can definitely hold your own and fight for what you want. Now, if Hypno is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you are obviously a huge Pokemon fan and you also love creepypastas. You probably also have a little bit of a knack for things that are just weird and supernatural in general as well. If Retrospector is one of your favorite characters, let's be honest, you probably just love the fact that he is aesthetically pleasing. He's definitely one of the doper looking characters that have ever been modded in the Friday Night Funkin'. Now, if Sakurama is one of your favorite characters, we all know, just like with Nakuza, that you're simping. The giant moth mommy got you looking at the wrong things. If Sky is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you are probably one of those old school creeps, or you're one of the people that actually just love Sky character, because at her core, Sky was actually kind of a sweet girl that just had a very weird obsession with boyfriend. You're probably also loving the new versions of Sky, and especially Ski, because she is probably one of the more adorable characters to be put into Friday Night Funkin' ever. Now, if Sunday is one of your favorite characters, you are probably a little bit of a rock star yourself, and you're probably super into political issues. If Flippy is your favorite character, you are probably a kid that grew up watching Happy Tree Friends, and even though you are definitely traumatized, you still can't get enough of that little green bear. If Sans is your favorite character, you are definitely an Undertales fan. I think that goes without saying. You're also probably that friends that make those uncomfortable jokes just to see if you can kind of shake people up a little bit. And of course, you think that these kids should just be burning in. Next on our list is going to be Mouse AVI, and most people who like Mouse AVI of course love creepypastas and love just the backstory and how depressing it truly is. They sympathize with Mickey Mouse and the way that he was portrayed, especially because it really reminds us a lot of how Tabby was portrayed as well. I think Soft Mickey falls into the same category, but I think people kind of gravitate towards him more simply because even though Soft Mickey has gone through the same amount of trauma, he's at least trying to pull himself out of that hole, and I think a lot of people can kind of resonate with that. If the starving artist aka Rebecca is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you are probably somebody who actually dabbles in artwork and understands the pressure that comes with having to hit deadlines and having unreasonable timelines. Hopefully though, you're not also working yourself to death like our character here was doing. If Freddy or any of the other animatronics that were brought into Friday Night Funkin' are your favorite characters, you are probably a huge FNF fan, obviously. You probably also don't have any issues with hearing or reading crazy stories because we all know the Five Nights at Freddy's storyline is absolutely insane. Children being stuffed into animatronic suits. Bam, enough said. Now, if Starecrown is one of your favorite characters, you are definitely an OG in Friday Night Funkin', and you probably also love creepy stuff. Starecrown definitely is still one of the creepiest characters to ever be brought into the Friday Night Funkin' universe. If Pibby is your favorite character, you were probably super excited to see all these corrupted characters come into the Friday Night Funkin' universe, and you were probably excited to see that show actually come out on Adult Swim. Next on our list is Big Brother, and if BB is your favorite character in Friday Night Funkin', you probably love the relationship between boyfriend and BB, and you probably have a sibling of your own that you know you would do anything for, especially if they called you and asked for help. You probably also love the fact that he's not bogged down by labels or this idea of dating. He's just out here trying to make platonic friendships and live his best life. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video where I fully explain the Toadette mod, or check out this video where I fully explain the Gorefield mod. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you want me to do another one of these where I add even more characters. This is Orseofkorse. Peace, peace.